Okay, so today we'll study about light. Okay, so let's start. So today 2 chapters, right? Yeah. So, okay, so this is the first lesson. So today we'll study about light. Now, terms to know: refraction of light, the bending of light when it travels from one medium to another. Now, in class 7 when I was teaching light also, I took care about certain things which are of reflection, but now it's refraction. So you also need to know certain things which are of refraction. Line. Okay. Ray of light is falling. Okay. What do you expect? Okay. Now say for one thing, say first. Okay. Suppose there is nothing. Now what do you expect? Light will travel obviously in a straight line. Right or wrong? Obviously it's right, no? It's right, no? Okay. Do you agree or not? Yes, no? Okay. Yeah. Now see. Now if I bring a medium between this. Just a minute. Suppose the medium under this is water. Okay. So this is water. Now suppose this is water and this is air. Okay. Over here. Okay. You can understood, right? Now how will light fall? You must obviously think that we didn't learn this ever. Now I will be teaching you how will light form in this case. Now just check out. Okay, medium is over here, right? No. Now see. It will bend a little bit and then it will fall. Now do you understand? That means I am drawing the figure once again. What happened again? Okay, this one. Here it's falling and it's bending a bit. Okay? When it's entering another medium. Okay? Now draw the normal. Okay? Now, when it's going to the denser medium, that means density is more of that medium, it will bend towards the normal. And when it is going away from the, like it's going to a less denser medium, okay, rarer medium, okay, then what will happen? It will bend away from the normal. Okay, so water is denser or air is denser? And which one of this is water? Okay, now we will understand that also. This is water and this is air. Why? Because see, here it is away from the normal and here it is going towards. And now, if I bring it from here, it's going away from the normal. So, right, it's water and air. So, do you understand or not? So, this is refraction. Okay, now the refractive index of the medium is the ratio of the speed of light in vacuum to the ratio of the speed of light in that medium. Okay, vacuum speed of light is the maximum 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, and to that medium. Okay, now lateral displacement, the perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray. Now emergent ray, what is that thing? We'll learn. Wait and watch. Okay. See, I'm just closing the. Just a moment. Well, take for example the lateral displacement of the Earth. Now here what happens? Two refractions are being taken place, and then you get the emergent ray. Okay, before that it's the refracted ray. Okay, so do you understand? Or I'll show you the figure, okay, once again, with a rectangular glass box. And now a prism, an optically transparent device made of glass having triangular bases and the rectangular sides. I'll show you the prism also, don't worry. Okay. So dispersion, the phenomenon of the splitting of light into its component colors. Usually the dispersion of light is termed as the splitting of white light into 7 colors. That means the rainbow colors, that is VIBGYOR. Okay. And prism, you know, prism exerts the rainbow color, it divides the white light into 7 colors. Right? Okay. Now rainbow, the circular arc of 7 colors formed in the sky. After rain you will see rainbows are over there. Okay, now how are rainbows formed in the sky, that also I will tell you. Now spherical mirror, a smooth and a highly polished curved surface which is a part of a hollow sphere whose one side is made by reflecting, another surface is opaque. Now see over here. Take into example, this much will not work, I think. Okay. Now hold this. Hold this one, okay, this circle, okay. And see, a circle is formed. Now see over here, the smooth and the polished curved surface is a part of the hollow sphere whose one side is made by reflecting and the other side is opaque. Suppose this is a line, okay, and one side is concave and another side is convex. You see, if I divide the sphere, one side I get is convex and another side I get is concave, right? So that's a spherical mirror. This spherical mirror is divided into 2 types, concave or convex. Now what is this concave mirror? The spherical mirror which is polished from outside, so the inner hollow surface of the spherical mirror is reflecting. Okay, so what happens in case of concave mirrors? There are semicircle type thing. Okay, now consider this circle. Consider this circle. We'll draw a line over here. Now see, it's outside, okay. Now what happens? It will reflect like this, okay. And now here over here, it's convex mirror. So it's the why can't I? Why does not it? It's the concave mirror. Here I get it, and here what do I get? I get the convex mirror, right? So you can understand now the difference between two. Okay, one is it's reflecting outside. Okay, so the inner hollow surface becomes the sphere which is reflecting. Okay, and another spherical mirror whose inner side is polished and another side is opaque, and the outer surface becomes reflecting. Okay, so you'll understand, right? Okay. Now aperture, the surface of the spherical mirror which is exposed to the light for reflection. Okay, so the small hole which is made in the window and then a prism is kept and then it divides into 7 colors. Okay, that is called an aperture. Okay, so means it's the source of the light. Pole, the geometric center of the spherical mirror. Now let's draw the spherical mirror. We have to draw it. Okay, now see very carefully. I'm drawing all this. It's a mirror. Now I'll show you the pole. Now these are only points. So pole is in only the center point, okay, the geometric center. And what is the center of curvature? The center of the hollow sphere of which the mirror is a part. Okay. this is the center of curvature. Okay, this is the center of curvature. This is the radius of curvature. Okay, the radius. Principal axis is the straight line joining the pole and the center of the. Okay, principal circle is like this. If I draw 3D one, you can get. Okay, focus or the focal point. The point on which the principal axis of the rays. Okay, the point on which the principal axis of the rays is incident to the mirror in the direction parallel to the principal axis actually meet after the reflection. In case of a concave mirror, appear to meet in the case of the convex mirror. So what happens in the case of a concave mirror? The focus or the focal point actually meet, and in the convex mirror it appears to meet. Everything is virtual over there. Okay. Now focal length is distance between the pole and the focus. There is a special relation radius of curvature is half of okay. Radius of curvature is half of focal length, and focal length is 2 radius. Now when a ray of light travels from a ray to the denser medium, it's bent towards the normal. I already said you. When a ray of light travels from denser to a ray medium, it bends away from the normal. Okay. When a ray of light falls normally on the surface that separates the two media, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. That means no refraction is taking place, right? So the laws of refraction are these two only. Okay. The incident, the normal, and the point of incidence and the refracted ray all lie on the same plane. And another one is the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the angle of reflection is always constant. It's always constant. Okay. Now the second law of refraction is given by Wilbur Snell's and it's therefore known as the Snell's law. Okay. When the light passes through the rectangular glass box, this was I was only telling you. Okay, the refraction is seen to take out at the two parallel surfaces. The emergent ray is in the same direction with the incident ray, but both are laterally displaced. Okay, this I will show you this. But reflection takes place at two inclined surfaces on a prism. The refracted ray bends towards the base of the prism and the right ray of a single color passes through it. When white light is passed through the prism, it gets split into 7 colors, namely violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, that is Vibgyor, and the violet color is towards the base of the prism, towards the top is the red color. The colored band is known as the spectrum of the white light. So splitting of white light into its constituent colors is known as dispersion of light. Now rainbow formation is the most beautiful demonstration of the dispersion of white light in nature. Okay. So there the prism acts, the sun rays as the white light and the prism acts as a raindrops. That's why after rainfall we see, after rain we see rainbow. Okay. In a concave mirror, the position and the nature of the image always depends on the position of the object. A real and the inverted image is formed when the object is situated beyond the focus. Whereas when the object is situated between the focus and the pole, a virtual and erect image is formed. Okay. Now, the concave mirror is used in. Okay, in case of the convex mirror, the image is form is always erect and virtual. Okay, always it appears to meet. No, that's why the focus is always appearing to meet. That's why it's always virtual. Now, a concave mirror is in reflecting type of telescope, reflectors, searchlight. These are examples. Projectors, headlight of automobiles, shaving mirror, dentist mirror, and then you have the reflecting type of solar cooker. And a convex mirror is in rear view mirror of vehicles, vigilance mirror, and street light reflection. Now what are vigilance mirrors? They are theft mirrors. Okay, they are theft mirrors. Now infographs. Yeah, you will get to know where every now see carefully what is a prism. This diagram you will not be given to drawn, but this diagram you will be given to drawn. This one, okay, you will be given to drawn. So you may take a snapshot. Okay, so prism is an optically transparent device which is made up of glasses having triangular base and rectangular sides. Okay, so the rectangular surface is known as the refracting surface of the prism. The angle between the two refracting surfaces is known as the angle of the prism. See, one ray is going. See, now there are many rays being shown. Okay, so I will show you only the main ray. See, the white light is passing. Okay, it forms a angle of refraction. Again, you see another angle of refraction is passed, and this n is known as the emergent ray. Okay. This is known as the emergent . Okay, so this is the emergent ray. Okay, so I hope you all understood. Now refraction of light. You may just see this experiment you may do at home. So refraction of light when it travels from one medium to another is known as refraction of light. You will see that the the pencil is almost, it is seen broken. Okay, so you may see this in a glass. You will take a glass tumbler, and then you will dip a pencil into it, and then you will see from the above surface. Here must be your eye. Eye must be over here. Okay, try out. Now see over here very carefully. Incident ray, the ray XO. See, which falls on the boundary AB is an incident ray. Now refracted ray, when the ray XO enters the denser medium, okay, glass, and it deviates its original part and brings YO. Okay, OY is a refracted ray. Point of incidence is O. Okay, on the boundary AB, from where the incident ray enters the second medium, is called the point of incidence. Now the normal, you see, the normal is being drawn 90 degree. Okay, NP from the boundary AB passing to the point O is the normal. Now angle of incidence, remember the name, angle XON. Okay, with the normal, which makes the normal angle of incidence, it's represented by I, and angle of refraction YOP. না আমাদের চান করতে হবে, চানের গরম জল না না গরম জল কোথায় যাবি, আমি হিসেবে মাথার সামনেটা কোন দিয়া না না প্র্যাকটিসটা বলছি আমি করব, আমি ওই রকম না না ঠান্ডা করে না মাথার সামনেটা ভিজিয়ে শুধু সামনেটা, মানে এতদিন করছেন পিছনে গায়ে একটু জল দিয়ে জামাটা ছাড়তে হবে কি is known as the angle of reflection. Okay, now we'll mark it over here. Now see the angle of incidence over here, you can see, measure the angles, angle of refraction, sorry, very, okay, over here. Okay, so rectangular glass box I was like to show you, right? What do you see? Rectangle. Okay. Incident ray entering, ray passing through this is a glass box. Okay, passing through it again it's bending. Okay, so you will see these two are parallel, right? I kept on a scale and draw. Okay, so these two are parallel, right? If I join them both, joining it properly, just wait. If I join them both, then what will happen? They are parallel, right? That's why they are joining through a straight line, right? Okay, you understood now? this ray. This ray is known as the emergent ray. Okay, so this was our video. Thank you for watching. Now the tip I want to say, pro tip of the day, is that when you keep two prisms simultaneously, okay, you are keeping two prisms simultaneously, white light will form, 7 colors will form, and 7 colors will enter, and white light will be again formed. Because when I am joining the two prism, triangle, another triangle, what I am getting? A rectangular glass box. So white light will only be formed. Okay. So this was our video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, smash the like button. Bye bye. See you in the next session.